Children, in this video we are going to learn about various forms of general equation of a line. Before moving on to the different forms of equation of a line, let's first of all know about general equation of a line. Children, you know by your 10th class concept that if you want to write an equation in two variable, then it can be written as ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is your general form of equation of a line in two variable. But when we are reading it under the heading of straight line, then we will be replacing this a with capital A and this small b with capital B. So this is your general form, or I can say general equation of a line where a, b, c are constant. One thing you have to note here, that a and b simultaneously or together cannot take the value 0. A and b together cannot be equal to 0. Yes, at a time a can have the value 0. That means if a is 0, then I will be getting it as by plus c. But then I can make it in two variable by writing it as 0 into x plus by plus c equal to 0. But if both becomes 0, then I'll just be getting constant equal to 0. So that won't be possible. So at a time only I can take one of these as 0. Otherwise, we cannot have the value of a and b together as 0. Now children, first of all, so this is your general equation of a line which you have to remember in a straight line. Now first of all, we'll derive the formula for your intercept form, or I can say slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. Yes, in the previous video you have learnt about slope intercept form, and you have learned that if your line cuts or intersects y-axis at a point, that means 0, c, then the equation of line can be represented with y equal to mx plus c. And here I know that my general equation of a line is given by this. So what I have to do here, this is your general equation of a line, which is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. I have to bring this equation in this form. That means I have to convert this general equation in y equal to form. Okay, so I'll be writing it as by equal to, I'll take this to that side, so this will be minus ax plus c, or I can say y equal to minus a by b. I'm taking this b down. So now I have converted my general equation into y equal to m x plus c form. So m is the slope here. That means if you are given with, say, equation like this, so just by looking at this you can say, yes, my given equation is in general form, so I can find out slope directly. How? So slope can be calculated as, this is minus a by b, so minus a is what? Coefficient of x, so this is 3 upon coefficient of y, so here it is 4. So your m equal to minus 3 by 4. And what is your constant? If I want to calculate constant, then it is c, which is minus 9 upon b. b is the coefficient of y, that means 4. So these are the values of slope and constant value. Now come to the next concept, which is your intercept form. So what is your intercept form? If your line intersects x-axis and y-axis, then that means the figure you can remember like this. If this is say a comma 0 and this is 0 comma b. So in this case your intercept form was written like this: x by a plus y by b equal to 1. This was your intercept form. Now what you have to do? You have to convert the general equation of line into this form. So let's see how we can convert this ax plus by plus c equal to 0 in this form. Here it is written x by a. That means I want to make coefficient of x 1 here. Okay, and here also it is 1. So first of all I'll try to make it 1. So this is ax plus by equal to minus c. If I divide all the term with minus c, then I'll be getting it as ax minus c plus by minus c equal to 1. So this equal to 1 form I have got. Now here the coefficient of x is 1, but here the coefficient of x is a. That means I have to remove this a. So I can write it like this, x upon minus c. This a can be taken down, so I can write it like this, plus y upon minus c upon b equal to 1. So this is your intercept form when your equation of line is given in your general form. Now children, what you can deduce from this? Here you have written x by a. A is what? A is the intercept made on x-axis. B is what? B is the intercept made on y-axis. So here I can say the coordinate on x-axis is given by minus c by a comma 0. Here it is a comma 0. So what is the value of a? It is minus c by a. And the intercept on y-axis is 0 comma minus c by b. So these are the two coordinates. I am writing it here. This is minus c by b, 0 comma minus c by b. So this is your coordinate of y, or I can say these are the intercepts made on x-axis and y-axis. Let's come to the normal form now. Now from your previous concept, you know equation of a line in normal form can be written as x cos omega plus y sin omega equal to p, where omega is the angle made with the positive x-axis and p is the distance of the normal from origin. Okay, you can remember it like this. This was your figure and this was your normal. So this is your p, that means the distance from origin, the perpendicular distance from origin. Okay, so this was your normal form. Now children, your equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So you can compare these two and you can find that these two are in the same order, or I can say these two lines are in the same way. This is x cos omega plus y sin omega equal to p, and here this can be written as ax plus by equal to minus c. So these are in the same form, I can say. X cos omega, so here it is ax plus y sin omega, that means coefficient of y is given, here also coefficient of y is given. This is your distance p, and here it is given your, this distance is constant value, here it is also constant value. That means both of these two lines are in same form. If the lines are in same form, I can say both the lines are same. And you know from your class 10th concept, if your equation 1 and equation 2 are same, represent same line, then you can write it as a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. That means both the lines are coincident lines. Okay, so what you can write here? a1 by a2. a1 is what? a1 is the coefficient of x here. So here it is cos omega. a2 is what? Say this is your a, equal to b1 is what? Sin omega. b2 is what? Capital B. Here it is c1 is p, and here it is minus c. So we are getting the things like this. Now from here I can compare these two and I can find out the value of cos omega. So cos omega will be equal to minus ap by c, and your sin omega can be written as, when I compare these two, then sin omega can be written as minus bp by c. On squaring both and adding, I'll be getting it as sin square omega plus cos square omega will be equal to a square p square upon c square plus b square p square upon c square. So this will be equal to 1, equal to c square can be taken this side, so it can be written as c square, a square plus b square, and p square I am taking common. Now I can find out the value of p from here, and which gives me p equal to c square upon a square plus b square whole under root. Because this is p square, I am calculating the value of p, and simply this can be written as c upon under root a square plus b square. Now if I want to find out the value of cos omega and sin omega, then I can replace this p with c under root a square plus b square. So I will be getting my value of cos omega as minus a. I am writing the value of p over here. So this will be under root a square plus b square, and here downwards it is c. So c and c gone. So you will be getting your value of cos omega as minus a upon root a square plus b square. Similarly, if you are going to put the value of p here, then you will be getting it as minus b. C and c will cut, and you will get it as a square plus b square. So these are the values of cos omega and sin omega here. Here one more thing, children. When you have taken square root of this, so you will be writing it as plus minus. So similarly, this cos omega will again become plus minus, or minus plus you can write. So this will also become plus minus and plus minus. That means it can take value of plus also and minus also. Since I have taken square root, p square equal to this, so it can have the value in plus and minus form. That's all in this video. Try to remember these things by the use of diagrams and your previous concepts.